Okay, let's try this again. I'll hold my phone a little differently so that maybe I don't cut the video off this time. Go through the whole spiel again. So, there's the Show Me Reptile and Exotic show Sunday this weekend. So, I will be going to that. I'll be picking something up, at the very least a ball python. God knows what I'll actually get, but I'll be getting something. And actually Saturday, I will be making a trip to Farmington, Missouri, which is an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive from here, to pick up the male BCI that I had spoke about in the other video. Well, my buddy Tyler was so gracious as to actually lend, and now I will buy, a 40-gallon long off of him to use as the terrarium. And it's got a long way to go. It was a used aquarium when he got it. He didn't clean it before he brought it to me, so I get to do all that work. I definitely have my work cut out for me, and I'm gonna get a little creative with this thing. Actually, it's not going to stay your typical 40-gallon long. I really don't want to divulge all of what I'm going to do until after you guys get to see the fully final project. Whenever you see it next, it will not be in its final form. I have a lot of work to do before that, but it will be set up either tonight or tomorrow, and it will be ready for him to come in and be set up and have a place to go until I have all of the tools and time and resources ready to actually do what I want to do. So, just a quick peek here. You know, as I said, it was a used aquarium. It hasn't really been cleaned up at all. It's got calcium deposits all over it. Yeah, obviously I did start to put in a little bit of work already. I filled it up. I've scrubbed off a couple of spots. But yeah, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm going to be working with. This thing is 4 foot by roughly 2 foot, and I forgot to measure just how tall it was, but it's about, I would say it's about 2 foot tall as well. Or no, it's 4 foot by 2 foot tall and only about 18 inches deep, or wide, I guess. So, semantics, right? Anyway, so next time you see this tank, it will be cleaned up and furnished out for a approximately 6-month-old male BCI. You would not believe just how difficult it is to clean a 40-gallon long in a freaking apartment. I mean, geez. I literally ended up in the shower with that thing. But, as you can see, yeah, it's all clean. Okay, just wanted to throw a little piece in here to correct myself. I had called it a 40-gallon long. It's actually a 55-gallon long. And just a little update. No, the BCI that I had planned on going and picking up from Farmington, let's just say that it fell through. I didn't feel right with the situation, and we ended up not getting him. So instead, I ended up picking up other things at the show, which you will see here shortly. Okay, and we're back, finally. I gotta say, I hope this is the longest in the making video that I have. Quite frankly, I meant to have this video done like Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and yeah, obviously I'm a little behind. I didn't do any recording at Show Me like I had planned on doing. I just ran around like a giddy kid all day and was happy all the time. I talked to a bunch of people. I actually stepped way out of my bubble and did some educating on a couple of different groups of people, like 3 or 4 different times throughout the day. And yeah, so I just got caught up in the whole thing. I ended up not recording at all. But I did get some pictures that I will end up throwing in, you know, somewhere. I don't know. I noticed my editing software does have the capability to do that, so I'll figure that out and throw some video or some pictures in here. That's actually how you will get the better images of my new snakes as well. We picked up a, see, I want to get this right, it was a 4-month-old male Nicaraguan boa and a 5-year-old male candy cane corn snake. So we got them home, we got everything set up, and yeah, everything seems to be going great so far. So just give you a quick shot of the boa. He is here in his enclosure. I've got the cool side hide there, warm hide over here, and I actually threw this this piece of quarter inch by 2 inch piece of wood in here that was left over from a small building project that I will allude to later in the video. That's hot glue you see on there. It's just a little bit of extra grip for him. I rounded off all the corners so it wouldn't be anything sharp and catchy for him. He is still very young, very soft. This is again the ball python who has been renamed. The name that I've given her now will stick. And yes, I said her. I am 90% certain. I had a couple of people at the show teach me to sex. I've looked up a couple other videos, and I have sexed her 3 times with no show of hemipenes. So I am pretty certain that this is a female. She likes to stay in her cool hide back there. I don't plan on getting any of them out in this video. I'm trying to let them all calm down and relax a little bit more after the insanity of this weekend. But her new name, her forever name, shall now be Pandora. She's a perfect little escape artist, and I think it fits well because, you know, the enclosure is her box and she loves to open Pandora's box. And yes, she's given me 3 heart attacks, 3 days in a row. And, oh right, I wanted to show you guys, in case you're new and wanting to get into the hobby, you'll find screen clips, because yes, the first time she escaped, I didn't have anything on there. But you'll find a couple of different types of screen clips, just at like your general pet shops. These right here, don't bother wasting your $4 or whatever it was to buy these. These are little chintzy, flimsy nothings, and this ball python was capable of lifting the screen even with that on. So, do not get these little flimsy, thin pieces of junk. Find something like this. They come, I've found them in small and large. They're actually by Exoterra. And here's one, a large set still in the bag that they come in. You get 2 per bag, and I picked them up at the show for like, I think it was $2 or something like that per set. So, you know, it was actually cheaper than those little flimsy, crappy things that I got at the pet shop, and much, much, much stronger. So let's come out here to where we keep our corn snakes. You remember that big tank from earlier that I had cleaned up and said that we were going to set it up for possibly a large boa? Well, like I said, we got a 5-year-old king snake.
Corn snake.
Corn snake. Sorry. He's not exactly going to be happy in a 10-gallon or any of the other tanks we got. I was supposed to meet up with a gentleman to get a 30-gallon tank after the show, but that fell through. I tried to reach out to him several times, and he just never got back to me. And quite frankly, I couldn't just stay up there all day and night waiting for him to get back. So I missed out on a really cheap 30-gallon tank with a lid and all that fun stuff. So the male corn snake is actually in that large 55-gallon tank. And I will show you now what we've done with that. I actually took some 1x2s and made this nice screen attached enclosure to put on top of this. Gave it a nice locking mechanism here. It's just a simple slide bolt lock. And put that bad boy on some hinges. I was very careful to avoid the glass. Did not want to shatter anything. Since I've got this open, we'll see if we can get a close-up there of his head. Now, you can't see, you know, that's all of them you're going to see right now. I'm going to throw, like I said, some pictures up. Sorry for the close-up there, guys. I am going to throw some pictures up that you can actually see his full body length. He's probably 4 foot long, you know, and you know, every bit of 1.5 inches or so diameter. He's a pretty good sized boy. And we've got Sylvia's enclosure. She is our female corn snake, the green spot snow corn, and the high white candy cane male that we just got will be named Drago. And of course I didn't say it while I was back there, but the boa's name is actually Titan. I had thought about that being the ball python's name if it was a male, just because, you know, I'm generic or whatever. But quite frankly, Titan's far more fitting for a boa. But okay, that's our update for now. Everything did feed great Friday. The 2 snakes that we already had, I will be feeding, well, we will be feeding again this Friday. I'll try to get some shots of that for you guys. I really didn't have hardly any footage from that other feeding. I just kind of forgot what I was doing. You know, I wasn't really thinking about you guys. I was thinking about me and my snakes. Sorry, it's going to happen every now and then. But okay, that's me for now. Thank you guys for dropping in and sticking with me, and hope you all have a great day.